Yeah, yo, appreciate y'all checking in with No Flag Radio. I'm your host, P. For all my Aries, that's the bloodstone. You understand? Happy Sunday to folks, man. Hope y'all doing good, man. I would have been on earlier. I was out sun gazing, you know what I'm saying? And drinking my tea and grounding and doing all that shit. All that HOTEP shit that motherfuckers act like ain't the realest thing in the world to be doing. Yeah, I be doing it. Yeah. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Today we talking about Democrats getting dissed in an interview that Sandy Darity did with Tamara Johnson Shealy for their local reparations punk ass bullshit they be lying about, going from state to state, acting like that's real reparations and besmirching and disrespecting the term federal reparations when it comes to our lineage. Punk ass Democrat shit. Yep. But say, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. Love the Teespring. Love that Teespring from PDGAF. Classics like that. Y'all know you love that. And don't forget to fuck with your black agenda politicians. Today we highlighting Tara Perry, District 8 out there in LA, representing for black LA is her thing. Y'all know whenever you see her name on a ballot for nothing, for whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying, for nothing to whatever it may be, you know she on some solid shit. Black LA first is her thing. District 8, she ran for council out there, was a write-in candidate. So if you see her as write-in or whatever, make sure you put money on her campaign. Make sure you vote for her. Tara Perry, all about black LA. Yeah. And on with the topic. So, that was this interview done by our sister Tamara Johnson Shealy. Was shouting her out, every other day or so. I try to give her a shout out. She did this interview on her channel with Sandy Darity. Let me see if I can post her channel here real quick. There goes our YouTube channel right there in the chat. You guys can see it. It may take a little bit. YouTube be kind of slow to populate, at least on my end, but y'all can see it. And she did a great interview with one Sandy Darity, ex-ADOS dude, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, he ain't aligning himself with no groups, which I applaud him for. He's just an economist talking about, hey, we need to be getting reparations, and these are the numbers. These are the numbers why, right? So we did this interview on Tamara's show yesterday or a couple of days ago. I missed it when it was live, but I caught it on a replay, so I think it was the day before yesterday. But a great interview. It made some great points that I would think would be some good take-homes on this channel here. One thing that he brought up is he said, race is why we're being treated as an exception to getting our cash payments. You know how all these different groups got paid. Japanese got paid after they bombed America in World War II. They got a check for bombing us, right? The descendants of the survivors of the Holocaust who are American citizens, they get reparations. Right, and he just pointed out a few instances. The situation with the Iran hostages and all of this, how they get $10K for every day that they spent as hostages. This was right after the Carter administration. $10K for every day that they were hostages. So it comes out to be about $4 million per person. He broke it down. It's like big money, basically. So it makes it abundantly clear that I'm going to say lineage is why we're being treated as an exception in this reparations game that countries be popping off in different places, like Australia. The Aboriginals there, they got their reparations. So it ain't about race. It's just about lineage hate going on in America. Them Asians, They sure did make sure to include in the damn Hawaiians in their AAPI set-asides that Trump signed on. You know, they keep renewing these AAPI set-asides every few years or so. They sure do make sure to include Hawaiians in that shit, don't they? They can dial down to a lineage and to a little group when they want to, right? So it ain't about just race. It's about lineage. And that's what we need to be recognizing as the exception that they're currently making boldly in front of the world. And we need to be banging them over the face about it. Let me run over here real quick. Just make sure that populate and check. Okay, so it did populate. Good to see. Good to see. So he made that point, and I said that's an okay point. He also went in on these mayors, these largely Democrat mayors. That was the topic of the show, basically, was mayors on Tamara's show, pushing their initiatives and calling it reparations. They're little local initiatives, right? We've been watching this shit over the past year and a half, right? At least on my channel, I've been on it. Since we first heard of Robin Rue Simmons, we've been on it on my channel. And that's the point of my video here, where reparations is being bastardized as a buzzword to push the popularity of these politicians. One thing y'all know is about people like Robin Rue Simmons, folks that we've been getting on in new black media. They're using this shit as some publicity and getting notoriety for their own little punk ass self. For notoriety and little, you know, little profits, little healthy little profits for themselves. You know, we don't really know what the fuck they got going on behind the scenes. Out there in Evanston, Illinois, we don't know where all that money going. We really don't know where that money going to go now that she's not the older woman out there no more. Let me put her face up there. We don't really know where all that money going to go. Talking about marijuana taxes is a part of what's going on. She calls herself an entrepreneur and all this shit. Let me just put up a little bit of her. And now she's executive director of whatever, some company called First Repair. I got to look into what they are, but okay. She calls herself an entrepreneur on a lot of different sites that I've been pulling up her information on. But this Robin Rue character, you know, she don't seem too solid. We already know she was talking about home loans and calling that reparations. This, what we saw in the early printouts was this is Caribbean reparations for Caribbeans in the amount of $15K. Now it's going to come up to $25K, and you know they're not really saying is it Caribbean immigrant, but we went wild on Twitter when we first saw that. We jumped on that shit, if y'all remember, right? We jumped on that early. So come on, man. Come on. And Darity, in this interview, he got on these loans that she's given out, or that she had signed on to be given out, talking about, hey, it's funny that this local reparations thing is supposed to be about tackling redlining and how bad redlining was, and about closing the homeowning gap by a loan. But they're funneling these loans through the same banks that benefited from slavery. It's interesting. They're going to call it reparations, right? Totally mislabeling it and giving it this bastardized term that they're trying to do with reparations at a local and state level. A disingenuous title that they're giving it at a local level. Is interesting. So he pointed that out, and I said, okay, yeah, he on it with that one. He on it. I told y'all that this lady, she was promoted to the board of NARC out there in New York. All y'all out there in New York, what up to my New York folk? Hey, y'all know about NARC. They out there. That's their home base. She's on y'all board now for y'all to know. And we know NARC is full of anti-ground state black Americans in that bitch. Y'all remember Mark Thompson? I did a story on him when he went on Joy N. Reid trying to call ground state black Americas bots and all of this shit, Russian bots. And she was trying to egg him on to call us bots on social media. And he was like, yo, see, this is Russian bot, all that fuck shit, right? He's a dude that was sitting up. He got into this fight with this dude named Mr. Africa or some shit like that. Y'all know this guy, Mr. Africa? Some guy, Mr. Africa. And he was like, you calling me a coon? You calling me a coon? And they got into this fight, and they fired him from Sirius Radio for that shit, right? So that hate that came from him getting fired, I'm sure is still somewhere in the trajectory of the employment roles. He's still in the hierarchy of the employment roles at NARC some way, and that hate is still there. It's still in the group. While Robin Rue Simmons is on the board smiling and being the docile feminine face for it, right? Huh? Just saying. I want y'all to watch that shit. Watch in the future as y'all hear Robin Rue Simmons run her mouth. She's all about bottom casting us and undermining federal reparations. That's the point. They now have an NCOBRA Day actually out there in Evanston, Illinois right now. So not only NARC, but NCOBRA is also attaching themselves to these local reparations movement. So we got these organizations, we got these politicians, everybody trying to get popularity for themselves. Again, off of these sham local reparations initiatives that aren't lineage based at all. They running at it again. They're like, oh, well, we can jump on this and jump on this. I'm just giving y'all a heads up. The shit is deep. Everybody that's out there in Asheville, Massachusetts, everybody out there in Burlington, Vermont, everybody out there in Providence, Rhode Island, everybody out there in, did I say Asheville? I think it's Amherst, Massachusetts, Asheville, North Carolina. Everybody out there in these areas, these local initiatives are coming to your areas or they already there. And I know for a fact, Alderman Rue Simmons is already plugged in with the folks out there in Massachusetts. And they're already okaying her as, yeah, we're with you on this reparations. It's the white dude that runs that whole show out there in Amherst when it comes to the local reparations. So best believe wherever she go, it's going to be NARC coming right along with it. Okay? Anti-ground state black American hate coming right along with it. This woman said she would not do no reparations, nothing, if it don't got Africans and Caribbeans and all this stuff attached to it. She said it out of her mouth. Okay? So I brought this to y'all. So we know what's going on with this shit. I just want y'all to keep y'all mind on it. I want y'all to know this. So these initiatives that's coming to y'all's areas, they're going to be shaped like this. You're going to have a coon at the top, a little coonette at the top. That's going to be the face of it. Then you're going to have NARC and NCOBRA that are going to be dancing around with it. Whatever these little penny ante initiatives that don't even scratch the surface of real reparations, they're going to be trying to popularize their face as being the go-to groups and the groups of the hour when it comes to talking about reparations, because they got such a badgering when ADO West jumped on the scene with their shit. They got a badgering when FBA, was making its social media strides. It became, man, fuck NARC. They ain't been doing shit for 30 years. Fuck NCOBRA. They ain't been doing shit for 30 years, 40 years. How long these motherfuckers been around? They've been around for a while, not doing shit. And it took a social media movement to really start getting into the papers and really start getting into the whatever. It took the social media presence to do it. And so their argument was, well, y'all had social media. Had we had social media back in the day, we would have been. So they've been having this back and forth. So they all going tip for tap to try to see who's going to be the go-to face of this shit. And right now, these groups like NCOBRA and NARC, they're hiding behind politicians now and would-be politicians, people like your Robin Rue Simmons and these little local reparations initiatives to get their name out there again ahead of what they want to call grassroots or whatever. I don't use the term grassroots. I don't think I want to use that shit no more, because these people are talking about, you got NARC talking about their grassroots, this and that, and it's like, y'all want to muddy the water like that? How about ground state? Y'all won't say shit about ground state blackness. Y'all won't copy that shit, because that hones it down to a lineage. That's why we say ground state black America on my channel. Just keep that shit square. But yeah, so I just want y'all to have the heads up in y'all's area of what's coming to y'all area. They're going to come around y'all talking about HR 40. You know what I'm saying? They'll come around there talking about HR 40, saying ground state black America, you got to take HR 40 federally. You got to take this study group federally. And shut the fuck up and take our local reparations locally. And Darity, in this interview, back to the interview, he touched on HR 40, calling it a truth commission, right? And he's like, we may need it or what. And I'm just like, my argument is I don't really think we need a truth commission like that. It's a I'm so sorry commission. I'm sorry. We sorry commission. I don't want to hear none of that shit. We sorry, let's make a study group shit. I don't think we need nothing like that. You understand? If you pay attention, You pay attention, you'll see HR 40, just like local reparations, is going to start getting buzzworded, and it's starting to become a common buzzword now to allow these party liner Democrats and these Democrat, we're progressive Democrats and liberal. It's giving all of those people another buzzword to sit up and say, well, hey, we got a study group. I mean, you know, what really else can we do outside of that, right? Right? This is what they're going to try to, what they've been trying to ramp up with this terminology HR 40. I need y'all to notice that. I've seen a few Democratic pundits pushing that we need our HR 40 because we can't win. We can't win in 2022 pushing for cash reparations. This is what Democrats are saying. So they're using HR 40 as a wall to hide behind. Oh, let me put on another screen right here. 1 second. Got some screens I like to do just to do them while we wait around here. Let's put this up here. We'll let Sandy Dary talk about these reparations real quick. These phony local reparations. No, that's just a detour. No initiative you list singly or collectively will eliminate the racial wealth gap, which must be the primary target of reparations plan. It's deceptive to the Evanston plan and others like it. I think he's trying to say it's deceptive to say that Evans' plan and others like it are on a path to true reparations. Big point, big facts, right? Big facts there. But I want y'all to pay attention to the shit like HR 40 and how they're buzzwording local reparations in HR 40. These Democrats are like, we need HR 40 and this all we got to settle for because we're trying to win in 2022. Because y'all know Senate terms, they're staggered voting is every 6 years. It falls in different time frames. And 2022 is their next year of account. I want y'all to notice that, right? And they want to run this game of y'all got to take HR 40 because our hands are tied. It's going to be hard to push for cash reparations and we trying to win. Take that on its face, right? Take that on its face. They want to say that we want to win in 2022 and you ground state black Americans, y'all got to take this local scam reparations with HR 40 study group on top of it. That's what y'all got to take, right? Take that as a consolation prize, right? This is what they kicking. And we're not having it. We're saying no to that, Democrats. They want to act like elections are going to be so unwinnable because of us standing on cash payments for our direct grievances, straight up cash, no jokes. They want to act like, oh, we can't really do it. You know, we're trying to win and this and that. Let me tell y'all a little something. Let me kick y'all in with a little history, just in case y'all forgot. The Civil Liberties Act in 1988, when it was passed for the Japan people, for the Japanese folk who bombed America and got paid for it. When that passed, the Senate, or I'll say the Congress, the way it was set up, at that point in time, it was Democratic run in the Senate and it was Democratic run in the House. Okay? Democratic run in the Senate and Democratic run in the House. And here you got a Republican president, Reagan, smiling, cheesing, happy to sign this money going out to Japan people who bombed America, right? Take those points. Remember those points, right? Now today, right now in 2021, we have a Democratic ran Senate, a Democratic ran House, and a Democratic president. And these fools sitting up every week talking about what they can't do when it comes to a check for ground state black America. I need y'all to put that together. Ground state black America, we ain't never dropped one bomb on America. Japanese did and got paid under a Republican president. So what's the stalling about? Biden? What's the stall about? Punk ass Democrat, HOTEP Negroes. We got to get Trump out. We got to do all you dumb motherfuckers. Okay, so what's the stalling about? Y'all got a Democratic House, Democratic Senate, Democratic president. Y'all don't got to wait till 2022 to do shit. Y'all can put it on the table now. Y'all ain't got to wait for nothing. Make your moves now. What's the wait about? You got a Democratic everything. Okay? I want y'all to notice that. So they're putting forth a fucky ass argument, sitting up acting like reparations is something that's just beyond the pale. They're making up all kind of excuses to have us take pittances and nothingness like HR 40s and these local scam ass reparations plans. What they call local reparations, these scams. It's a red herring argument to say, oh, we trying to win. All right. You understand? Y'all just want to get us off of the cash. Y'all want to get us off from talking about the cash. Democrats, punk ass Democrats. You understand? The Democrats, they went for cash reparations when it was Japanese who bombed America. When it was them hollering about their reparations, y'all went for cash then. So what's the stalling about now? Democrats? Biden? Y'all heard it first here on this channel, just so y'all can know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can know the source of our angst about this shit. It's so much precedent and so much shit they forget. They do so much dirt that they forget the dumb shit. Yo, what up, Don Ashanti? They do so much dirt and they forget the dumb shit that they do to show their hand. And it's like, oh, y'all just gonna forget that? We gonna beat you across the head with the real. Let me show you this real quick. Don Ashanti say, fuck that. They need to give us all that plus. Word life. Word life. That's what I want to hear. Because what's the stalling about? Democrats? Biden? What's the stalling about? Punks? So fuck a truth commission. You know what I mean? That's why I say fuck a truth commission. Fuck a HR 40. A truth commission right now, I need y'all to know, it's just a way for them to hide. As far as these Democrats, it's a way for them to hide and stall their way into inactivity behind the cash we need for building a country for free and not being paid. That's all it is. Fuck a truth commission. Right now, HR 40 currently, as it is right now, without even being passed, is still sitting on the floor. It's not even passed, and they're just using it to hide behind. You understand? What type of shit is that? It's not even an active document really making its way and making and shaking it. It's just something they throw out there as a buzzword. They're buzzwording HR 40. Just like I said, they're buzzwording local reparations. That's what I mean when I say they're buzzwording these things, okay? And I want us to keep our mind on, hey, you see that shit? That's that fuck shit. Let's not fall for that. Keep our mind on our cash. They can eat our ass. You heard it first on your boy PDGAF channel. I'm just saying. Another point Dr. Dary brought up, which I thought was excellent, was that he said, man, cities and states don't got the budget to address real reparations. So they throwing around this word reparations in what people call bad faith, or in, you know what I mean? It's really a bad faith term to throw around, local reparations, when you think about it. The stats he said, well, he didn't give the exact number, but he said, look, man, black people who are old reparations, who come from the descendants, who represent ground state black America, I'll say, we're 12% of the population. Those who represent, when they're talking about the immigrants, we're talking about just those who represent ground state black America, 12% of the population, and we have 2% of the wealth, right? All the states' budgets combined is not enough to cover what reparations is needed. Okay? And him and his wife, Dr. Dary, him and his wife, Kirsten, they worked out the numbers. He said, you know, 10 trillion to 12 trillion is a good number. I still want it to be higher, but okay. He's talking 10 to 12 trillion. Okay, Dr. Dary, we'll take that synopsis. Okay, we'll go for that. We'll take it on its face like that, right? 10 to 12 trillion. Combine all the state budgets, all that shit together, it's still not enough to cover it. Okay? So peep the logic behind these local reparations. That shows you just his numbers that I gave you, it shows you that they're just trying to piecemeal it and use it and kind of play with local reparations to get their local popularity up. Need I show you Robin Ruth Simmons shit again? She's not even in the office no more of Alderwoman, and she's still trying to act like she's advocating for local reparations nationally. See that shit? Local reparations nationally. So like I told y'all, watch out. She coming to your area with this local reparations nationally as a way to buzzword her initiatives, her entrepreneurial initiatives in those cities and states that I named. That's the real talk. 1 second. Downside says Obama gave $12 million to Holocaust survivors. Yeah, that's Obama. Him doing what he. I was talking to an older sister a couple days ago about Obama. Yeah, motherfuckers don't fuck with Obama. He a punk motherfucker. He a punk motherfucker. So yeah, he giving out money to Holocaust survivors, and also, like I said in the beginning of this video, descendants of people who were in the Holocaust who are American citizens get paid from America. Okay? Just understand that. It ain't just about the survivors. It's about, even if you was over there and you became an American citizen somewhere along the trajectory, you getting a check. What type of shit is that? That's immigrant set-asides to me. What type of shit? That don't make no sense. So, motherfucker, goddamn it, us right here on this land, we gonna get this money. We gonna get this cash. Y'all playing. You understand? Y'all playing. Fuck your truth commissions. Y'all playing. And to end the point, man, the brother Darity was saying, hey, look, you know, one solution, or his solution to this thing, was that we are going to need some sort of coalition to lobby and petition Congress for these reparations. So it kind of goes back to what I've been saying on my channel since I started my channel. Going back years, almost 4 years. Damn, it's been about 4 years. Damn. About pro-black lobbyism. Now I can say for sure, pro-ground state black American lobbyism. We ain't doing black first on my channel. We ain't doing B1 on my channel. We doing ground state black America first on my channel. It goes back to my days of pro-black lobbyism, okay? And trying to machine the money for us to lobby to get this money up. That's how the Jews keep getting these setbacks. Setbacks. The Jews keep getting these bags set aside for them. Is they always got somebody running up the hill to lobby for their ass. Let's put that shit together. But all in all, it was a good interview, y'all. I believe I posted the link to the interview in the comments. I'll post it again just for the fuck of it. Just so we can all take a look. Second. And I was going to do I want to do this video on this coonette that got killed by this white boy. He left her in a basement on top of a tarp for 7 months, dead, as a part of my, hey, you black chicks, leave them fucking white boys alone. They can kill you and then not be killed when the police show up, but they get to go to jail happily, but not be killed. I was going to do one of them videos, but I realized, you know, with my audience, when I do serious topics, I got to do them separate on separate days from my topics that's like, you cool motherfuckers type of topics. You understand? I got to separate them, because if I do them on the same day, the serious stuff will get overlooked, and I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? I want the serious shit to really tap in with y'all and really sit on y'all, right? So, yeah, I need y'all to catch the diagonal I be throwing when it comes to the serious shit. So, I was going to do that one today, but I said, you know, fuck it. I'll just wait another day, or I won't do it, or whatever. But I want the serious shit to hit home. I want y'all to get on with it. Straight real. And take it back to your family. You know what I'm saying? And tell your folks that we beat you. My Charlie Murphy shit. R.I.P. Charlie Murphy. Yeah, man. But yeah. So Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. Don't forget to fuck with the Teespring. Let's see, what did we show earlier today? Let's fuck with the sisters that's against white supremacy. I got a chick that stayed nearby me. I might get her one of these shirts, and we finna just go out, hit the streets, and wear this shirt one day. I'm gonna wear the Brothers Against White Supremacy, and I'm gonna get this one for her. But yeah, fuck with that. Sisters Against White Supremacy. What? Don't forget to fuck with your black agenda politicians. We shouted out Tara Perry earlier. Let's shout out Tamara Johnson-Shelley right now because it was her interview that I just posted that she did with Sandy Darity. Good interview. Good looking out, Tamara. Appreciate it. I'll be getting that on your Cash App soon. You know how I do. And anytime you see Tamara Johnson-Shelley on the slate for Senate in Georgia, vote for her and put money on her campaign. Tamara for Georgia is her Cash App. $ Tamara for Georgia. Spelled all the way out, I believe. I keep forgetting. It's either spelled all the way out or it's either a 4 on it. Either way, fuck with her. Fuck with Tamara. And definitely big shout out to her in this interview she pulled off with Dr. Darity. It was a pretty good interview. He stayed for about 30 minutes, and then some young guy they had on there. I didn't listen to his part. They just basically spent the rest of the interview cheering each other on. Him and Tamara was just, yeah, he was really talking that shit. So, I want y'all to check it out, though, on the real. And I thank y'all for catching in with your boy. You understand? Y'all ain't catching now. Y'all catching in. Let me get it, y'all.